Hi friends, today we are going to set up continuous integration delivery using circleci for our React project. For that, I have logged into my circleci account. Once you do that, if you are not registered, you can sign up as a new account and then it will ask you whether you want to integrate your project from GitLab, GitHub or Bitbucket. So my project is on GitHub now. I will select GitHub. Let's go to the next one. Project name, let's name our project in circleci. I'm going to keep it same like the project name. Private SSH key, we'll use this SSH to authenticate to GitHub and check out your code. Generate an SSH key pair on your terminal with the command below. Copy SSH key and add it to your repository, and then you have to copy that SSH key over here. Let's do that. The instructions were pretty simple, so I hope you were able to follow that, and then copy your private key in here. Click on create project. This will analyze your repo context, detects language and frameworks, and generates your circleci project configuration. You just need to hit commit and run. The process was quite well and easy until now. Now what you have to do, this is the default config.yml that is generated from circleci. If you are well aware of how workflows work, then you can add more jobs and run them. But this is a default one that circleci creates for you. For now, we are going to simply download it and then copy this in our project. I have downloaded it and let's move back to our project. It's in the downloads folder. Let me copy this. What I have to do is in the root of the project, I need to create a folder called .circleci, and inside that copy this config.yml. If you want to look up for the instructions, you can also click on use existing config and it will give you the straightforward instructions that you can use to integrate this in your project. Okay, now that we have downloaded it, what we need to do is commit it to our GitHub project and then start building. So once you download it, it will look like this. Let me remove the comments first. So as you can see, version for the config YML is set. This is the circleci version that it is going to use. The node version is set. And then you see there are 3 jobs set up for you: test node, build node, and deploy. For now, for the sake of this video, I'm going to remove the deploy step for now. We'll talk about it at some other point of time. Right now, we will build and deploy the application together. What else do we need? We also don't need the artifacts at the moment, so let's get rid of them so that it is simple and clean to understand. I will rename the jobs in the workflow, build and deploy, which requires test node. We don't need deploy right now. Okay, what do you need to do right now is provide a command that will deploy this build from your build folder to the Firebase. What you have to do, open the terminal, go to your current directory, and then type in the command firebase login ci. This will open up the browser and ask for your authentication. I am using a different window for this, so you'll not see that in our video over here in YouTube. But if you type in this command, this will open a browser, and then there you have to authenticate. This will return a positive response in the terminal with a token in here for the login. Working on the assumption that you have already set up Firebase in your project. If you have not done yet, watch my previous video where we talked about how to upload manually your build in Firebase without intervention from CI. And still, if you don't want to watch the video, it's completely fine. Simply what you have to do is Firebase init and follow the commands and write the particular details over there. That's it. Set the project with Firebase before you set up the CI. Let's copy it and save in our environment variable in circleci. Go to the pipelines, select a project, click on project settings. On the left side, click on environment variables, add an environment variable, let's say firebase token, and save this variable here. You will notice once this is stored, this is automatically masked by circleci. Go back to your code, open package.json, make sure you have firebase-tools in your dev dependencies with the correct version number. In my case, firebase-tools 13.3.0. Now let's go back to our config.yml and set up Firebase deployment very quickly. Let's start deployment in the build and deploy job itself. In the build phase, we will add a pipe and install our modules over here. And the next step will be an npm run build, of course. The second run command we need is for deploy. Let's simply rename it to deploy to Firebase. And then provide a command. So command is quite simple. You add Firebase deploy and then provide the token that we copied before from the terminal. We passed it as environment variable in the circleci. Let's go to the circleci and quickly check the variable that we saved over there so that we are not making any typo mistake. Go to project settings and environment variable, copy this. Let's use this over here. Now, if you will run it, this won't work. Why? Because circleci, this step will not get Firebase from the node modules at the moment. You have to provide a relative path from node modules, which is /node modules /bin/firebase. Now if you'll run it, this will perfectly work fine in the circleci. Let's simply push it to circleci and see if it works for us or not. If you want to understand the inside mechanism, you can click on one job and see what's exactly happening over there. At the moment, test node job is running and it is installing npm packages. Let's wait for a while for this build to finish. I hope it solved your problem. One thing I would like to mention that we have been talking about legacy deployment to Firebase using circleci until now. This is changing, and if you have noticed in the terminal, you see this warning: authenticating with login CI token is deprecated and will be removed in future major version of Firebase-tools. Instead, you need to use service account T with Google application credentials. If you have been deploying to Firebase using this legacy method, this works for now. This is going to be deprecated, you know now. How do we do that? Let's follow that up in the next video. So make sure you watch that as well by clicking on the link on the right side. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more.